Welcome guys to the Meet Damien live stream. I am Damien. Today's live stream, we're gonna do things a little bit differently today. Something a little bit interesting. I want to analyze your trade setup, see what kind of trades you guys are getting into here in cryptocurrency world, and then try to see if I want to copy your trade. If I see a good trade setup that I want to take right now, whether it's a long or a short, I want to see if I can make some money with you. So I'm looking to do some copy trades. Maybe I'll do like a 2 or 3 trades here with you guys on the live stream. But I want to find something that's good. But let's first get started like we normally do by looking at the price of Bitcoin, try to figure out what Bitcoin's doing, and then if you guys got some trade setups for me to look at, any coins you want me to long or short, we're gonna try to do that here on WEEX exchange here, which is the cryptocurrency exchange that I like using. Yeah, we'll get into one of these trades here, whether it's a long or a short. Okay, but let's analyze Bitcoin right now. We see that Bitcoin's having a red day, a bad day. It's down 1.3%. Although some of these other altcoins are having the worst days of their lives right now, more than 1%. We've seen like Zcash down like 8%, ICP down 7%, Aerodrome down 7%. Few of them are taking a hit right now. Okay, but that's mainly because Bitcoin is done going up for now and getting a little bit of a pullback. Let's try to figure out where Bitcoin can go next here, because usually Bitcoin gives us the overall direction of the markets here. If Bitcoin's going up, then these other cryptocurrencies have the permission to go up as well. If Bitcoin goes down, then these cryptocurrencies are going to fall down with with Bitcoin. So let's figure out what's next here for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, let me just get rid of this Fibonacci for now. Bitcoin is coming up against this 50-day moving average, which is going to act as resistance as of now. Okay, we hit it yesterday. We got a little bit above it yesterday. It was at $97,300. We actually got up to like $97,900. And this 50-day moving average is going to be a problem for now. It's going to put a lid on whatever rally that we're getting right now. And you can see that with today. Today the 50-day moving average at $97,000, and we only got up to like $97,170 here on Coinbase Exchange. So this is a problem, right? This is a problem. This is a wall that we have to break through, a ceiling that we have to break through if we're going to go up to higher prices. And if we are going to go up to higher prices, then this 100-day moving average at 102K is probably going to be the next area that's going to be a problem for us to get past if we're going to continue being bullish. But right now, 50-day moving average acting as resistance. How far down could we go down if we actually do get a pullback? Well, we do have a $94,400 level here. This is this red line that I highlighted here. Has acted as a area of resistance in the past. Here on January 6th and January 5th, okay, has acted as resistance back here in December 9th and December 10th. So this area of resistance, previous resistance, could actually be support later on in the future. If we do drop down to 94,400, I would expect Bitcoin to maybe get a bounce and a reaction off that level. So if we are inclined to do some shorting here on Bitcoin, then I think the furthest we can take it down is 94,400, and then we got to start looking for longs. Okay, so let me know what your trade setup is, okay, for Bitcoin or one of these altcoins here, and I'll try to get into it. But let me go ahead and check on the chat. I think right now Bitcoin's going to be range bound between 94,400 and $97,000 right here. Okay. Well, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. K's is saying, are meme coins good? Meme coins are good if Bitcoin's good. Bitcoin usually gives us the initial direction, and then the meme coins will take it and run with it in full force. So if Bitcoin's going to go up just a little bit, the meme coins will start running really hard before Bitcoin starts going up to higher prices. And if Bitcoin decides to go down to lower prices here, then those meme coins will actually take it the worst. They'll actually get hit the hardest here. So I would try to avoid meme coins unless Bitcoin shows us that we're going to be bullish here, okay? That's just giving you some beginner advice about meme coins there. VVY says in the lower time frame. What are we looking for in the lower time frame? Samuel says just plot a fib retracement. It's just a quick pullback and then it'll push back above 100k. Yeah, I did have a fib retracement on this. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull it back up again. I got rid of it because the chart was looking a little bit messy there. But I did have a fib retracement. Let's get into the 1 hour time frame, because those are the time frames that I like to use to do my day trading at, is the 1 hour time frame. And I pulled from like 97,900, which is where we topped out yesterday, down to 94,500, which is where we got down to around Wednesday yesterday, right? About 1 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. And what we have here is we hit some fib levels already. Okay, I thought 95,800 was going to be defended. We kind of candlewick below that, a couple of times here this morning. We never actually closed below it until recently this afternoon. We actually got some candles that took us below 95,800. So that was your 0.382 retracement. Right now we're kind of hanging tight near the 0.236 retracement at 95,300. Hopefully that's going to act as support for now. It is trying to act as support. We've actually gone below 95,300 here just a little bit, a couple of times here over the last couple hours. So I don't know. We might have to go down to this $94,500 level to get people more excited to get into a Bitcoin, because it sounds better to buy Bitcoin at 94,000 than it does at 97 or 98,000, right? Especially if you think Bitcoin's going to go to 100k, you can get some discounts here at 94,400. Let me see what my YouTube guys are saying here. What is the bias for Bitcoin right now? Is it going to continue to go down? Is what Abe is asking. And then Lock Ender, just give me a wave and a high five here. Okay. So, if I want to know if Bitcoin's going to continue going down in the next few hours, me being on the 1 hour time frame, which is where I'm at right now, this 1 hour time frame is a good time frame to do the day trades at. I will go ahead and turn on the momentum indicators on the bottom here to kind of figure out what the momentum is like. Are we going to go down or up? Okay, what is the most likely direction here? And the likely direction for now is we're seeing selling pressure. Selling pressure is starting to die off a little bit, but the thing is that selling pressure can always increase again, because you see, like right here, last night we saw selling pressure die down, and then it started increasing at 6 a.m. this morning, died down a little bit, and then increased again at 9 a.m. when Wall Street opened up for business. Decreased a little bit, and then, I don't know, Wall Street came back from their lunch break and decided to sell some more Bitcoin here. And we got the selling pressure increasing again. So this is a little bit frustrating. And it shows me that we're not done going down yet on Bitcoin. So maybe we are going to head to 94K. All right. That's what I think is in the cards for Bitcoin later on tonight, going into maybe tomorrow morning. And when we hit 94,500 is the level that I'm looking for. Maybe we can start getting some bids here. But another thing I like looking at with the 1 hour MACD, this is the MACD that we're looking at, the indicator here. I want to see that this blue line start curving back up again. And if that blue line starts curving up again, then we can we're probably bottoming out. And I want to see the blue line actually cross the orange line to the upside, kind of like it did right here. Blue line cross the orange line to the upside. And then if it does that, that's your MACD crossover, and then you get some green buying pressure showing up here. So I want to see that blue line cross the orange line to the upside on the 1 hour time frame for me to be a bullish again on Bitcoin, or be interested in taking it long. Right now, I actually would, even though I would be showing up late to the party, I'd be looking to short Bitcoin right now and take it down to 94,500. Looking at the market cipher B indicator, money flows in the red on the 1 hour time frame. So if money flow was starting to increase, you would see a curve. You would see a curve back up like it did over here, and then go into the green. You're not getting that right now, and you also don't have a green buy dot yet on the 1 hour time frame. So I'd be I'd be looking to see that Bitcoin will be going down to low prices here. So we'll pay attention to that during the live stream here. But do you guys have any particular cryptocurrencies that might actually be worth shorting besides Bitcoin? Or did you guys find a good trade where maybe we can go into a long instead? I'm curious. I'm trying to figure out what trade setups here, because I did a trade or two earlier today, and I got knocked out of the trade, and I'm looking to see if I can get back into another trade here. I'm trying to say your name. Mosheya is asking about XRP, so I'll take that down as a request. Not really trying to do a request stream like I usually do. I'm looking to do trade setups. Let me know where you want to buy XRP and where you want to sell XRP, and I'll try to look at that trade setup. Okay, and then VVY is asking about Dogecoin. Alright. I'll put that down as a possible request, but I'm looking for trade setups right now. I'm looking for where we're going to enter, where we're going to put the stop loss, and where we're going to try to take profit. And I see another request here for Cosmos. Adam. I see that. Irsad Husani says I should short Dog with Hat. So I think we'll take a look at Dog with Hat first, because you said you gave me a direction. You want to short Dog with Hat, and we'll try to see if it makes sense to short it right now. And then let's see. Jaws says he wants to take a look at QXO. All right. And then Sugar Free Vibe here on TikTok is saying if Bitcoin falls to that 86 or 80K level, would it be good for long? I believe you would want to start looking for longs if Bitcoin gets down to 80K for sure. Yeah. All right. Let me just catch up on the chat here. Arc Low says, "Can I look at request token?" And then Arc Low, thank you for sharing the live there. Appreciate that. All right. So I believe that's a request. You're requesting request token. Okay. All right. Let's see. Mario's in the chat here. Mario says, "Don't copy my trade." Why? Is it a disaster? Is that why you don't want me copying your trade? I'm looking to see if there's any trades you guys are in right now that I can copy right now. Because I want to make this interesting. I want to make this more interactive. Like, you guys give me a good trade setup, and I will try to copy that trade. Daniel Rodriguez says I should short Zcash. Zcash already took a beating though. But we'll take a look at Dog with Hat first, and then we'll take a look at Zcash, and then we'll start going through the requests here. Okay. But let's look at Dog with Hat first here, okay? Because that was a trade setup where someone wanted me to short it. Let's see if it makes sense to short it right now. And how are my YouTube guys doing there? Is the music too loud? Let me just do a quick sound check. Make sure I turn the volume. Alright, I actually can hear myself good. Alright, so we're looking at Dog with Hat on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. This thing is currently trading at 38.5 cents. The reason why I like the 1 hour time frame, it's a good time frame to start looking for day trades. It gives me an idea like what might happen in the next few hours, which is what you would do with a day trade, right? You want to try to buy something and then sell it later on that day, or sell high and then maybe buy back lower again in that same day. So the 1 hour time frame is a good time frame to start when you're looking for day trades. And Dog with Hat looks like it already topped out here on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. So this was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Tuesday, January 13th. No, that was 2 days ago. Jeez. Okay. I forgot it was Thursday today. We topped out at 43 cents here. Looks like we came down as low as 37.5 cents on this afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I bet you it already hit a Fibonacci level here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be interested in shorting this thing right now. Okay, but I just pulled from the swing high to the swing low, and it gives me some fib levels to look at. And we had the lowest fib level here, the 0.236 level, we hit that, you know, we came down to what, 38 cents here. We're already at 38 cents. We're already at the 0.236 retracement level. We did the deepest retracement we could possibly do here with Dog with Hat. If I was interested in shorting this, like, what would I do here? Well, I would probably wait until we get back above these moving averages here. I wouldn't really short it right now. Maybe in the next hour or two. We can see if this thing pushes itself up to the 0.382 level at 39 cents. 39 cents is right where that 50 moving average is on the 1 hour time frame. And also like kind of where that 21 EMA is at. So I'll probably wait until we get above the 21 EMA and get above the 50 moving average on the 1 hour time frame, and then I would enter a short right here. And I'll probably put the stop loss right over here above these last candle wick highs here. And if we were to do that, let's see, we're gonna say we come in at 39 cents here, and we're gonna put the stop loss right above those candle wick highs here on the last previous hours, like earlier this morning, at like 40 cents. And how far would I take this down? Well, I think we could probably take this down to the last previous support zone here at 37, 36 cents. So maybe I target like 36.5 cents here. Somewhere right there, or maybe like 30, yeah, we'll make it 37 cents, right? Because we're not sure if we're actually gonna get 36.5. But that's a risk reward ratio of 3.29. That's worth taking. Okay, it's worth taking, but we're not in it yet, because we got to wait for price to come back up a little bit here, and then we're going to take the trade. If it happens during the live stream, just let me know. You know, I'll put an alert right now to remind myself to look at this. If this does get up to 39 cents here, is where I want to short Dog with Hat. Okay, so I'm not going to short it now because I don't think it's prudent to short it now. I'm waiting for it to get above these moving averages here on the 1 hour time frame. All right, but is Dog with Hat actually going to go up, or is it going to go down from where it is right now? I look at the momentum indicators to figure out what might happen next here. The MACD. Okay, so the MACD is showing that selling pressure has been dying off, and it's still dying off, and you got almost a blue line. This blue line's starting to curve up. I would actually be looking for longs, to be honest with you, on Dog with Hat. Because if this blue line crosses the orange line to the upside, and you'll start getting some green candles showing up here on the MACD, and that would be the start of a good long, in my opinion. You'll have the wind to your back, pushing you up to higher prices here. So, yeah, I don't know if Dog with Hat's really a good short right now. It actually might be a good long to get into, like literally right now. You're convincing me to actually long Dog with Hat instead of shorting it. And then you got a green buy dot that came in about an hour ago. Yeah, near the oversold conditions here. Oversold horizontal bars here. So I would long Dog with Hat. See if when it gets up to 39 cents, then you can do a reverse and just reverse it into a short and see if you can short it from 39 cents down to 37 cents. That'd be a way to ride that wave on Dog with Hat. Let's see. We're gonna move on from Dog with Hat. We're gonna take a look at Zcash now. And what was the direction you want to do with Zcash? You want to short Zcash, Daniel Rodriguez? Okay. Yep. All right. So I'm seeing probably, yeah. Guys, we make more money shorting the tops than we do shorting the support in the bottoms. We don't want to be shorting bottoms. We don't want to be shorting support areas. Okay, I'm eyeballing this thing right now, and I kind of want to long it, not short it. All right, but let's just analyze this here real quick. We got some fib levels to look for here. Looks like we came down to the 0.236 level. $398 is the 0.236 Fibonacci Fibonacci level down here. And about an hour ago, we came down to 401, so kind of close enough to that level. Not really, but you know, we almost hit it. We might still hit it later on tonight. Okay, but we've already done the deep retracement on Zcash here for day trade. Maybe you might want to short it for like a longer term, you know, overall trade here. But guys, I don't understand why you want to short support, right? We have support here for Zcash at 49410. Okay, this was resistance in the past. It's going to act as support. I wouldn't really be shorting, right? You know, near the 100 moving average. I wouldn't be short. Like, I'd be looking for longs. I'd be shorting, you know, when we go up to high prices, right? Because you want to short high prices so you can buy back in again at lower prices. This is not a good short, in my opinion, here. Let's take a look at the momentum indicators. I bet you it's going to probably show the same thing here as Dog with Hat. Selling pressure is dying down. Now, it's not really coming along. Dog with Hat looks like it's ready to start going up to higher prices here. Zcash looks like it's going to try to creep up to higher prices here. The blue line hasn't really started curving back up here in the 1 hour time frame, so that is that leads me to believe that we could actually continue to go down to lower prices here for Zcash here. Did we get a green buy dot? We haven't got a green buy dot yet, so we could continue to go down to lower prices. And I think if we were to go down to lower prices, I think we would hit that 0.236 retracement at 398. Or maybe we come back and retest this 100 moving average at 403. Okay, this blue line right here. So I think Zcash, it might still want to go down, but I'm not sure how much further down. I don't think it's going to be as juicy of a short as we could look for in a short. So I probably would wait until this thing comes down to the blue line and then just go for a long. Yeah. All right, so that's Dog with Hat and Zcash real quick there. Let's try to look at Requiem or Requests. Yeah, let's see. That was and then we'll look at XRP after that. We're now getting into the requests here. So to be honest with you, you guys gave me some trade setups there, but well, not really trade. You guys didn't really give me the entries or the take profits, but those trade ideas you guys gave me, I think you should be looking for longs, not shorts. You don't want to short a support or a bottom. All right, so we're looking at requests, which is a coin that's trading on Coinbase Exchange. Let's get into the daily time frame, because we're not really looking at this for a day trade. We're just looking at this for you know, as a request here. I could do day trade time frames if you want. We're currently trading at 10.5 cents here, down 2.96% today. Looks like it's still making lower highs here. You know, lower high, lower high, lower high, another possible lower high here. So this thing is still in the downtrend, as far as I can see. And you know, how much further down are we going to go down? Are we actually bottoming out? I'm just trying to zoom out, see what this thing has done in the past. Back here in April of last year, we were as low as like 8 cents. Somewhere around there. Yeah, 8.5 cents. Are we going to continue our way down to 8.5 cents before we start catching some bids here on requests? I don't know. I don't know. Let's look at the RSI. See, are we getting any bullish divergence here? I see some higher lows being formed here, and I see lower lows that were formed over the last few days, few weeks here. So there is potential for some bullish divergence here on requests. So maybe this thing is getting close to bottoming out. Okay, that's good to see here. That's what you want to see prior to actually bottoming out. Now this thing could come down a little bit further. Maybe come back below 10 cents, go into like 9.5 cent territory. You know, make a lower low again. But then maybe buyers come in and prevent that from going lower on the RSI, and we end up making a higher low. And I would, you know, probably be interested in buying this coin at 9.5 cents or 9 cents if it ever revisits that level there. So yeah, that's what I see here for request coin. You're trying to bottom out here. Now, if you were to go up to higher prices here, you could probably get rejected if you get up to this 50-day moving average sitting at 11.5 cents. That's where I would try to take profit on on request coin here. Zach says, we gonna see an alt season. Is that a statement or is that a question? And then Andre says, go dash. And then we got another guy that says, go high USDT. You want me to analyze your trade? Okay, so what is your trade? Your trade is high USDT. And then Ivan says I should long dash when it gets to $78. Okay. You shorted Dash at 85. Okay. And OFG says my thoughts on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to try to head on down a little bit further tonight to like 94,500. And then that might be an interesting area to try to take some longs on Bitcoin or to try to buy some cheaper Bitcoin than where it is right now. Jeremy Roberts said, you may have said it already, but you bought some Nvidia today. Was it a mistake? Usually it's better to buy on a day when it's in the red, in the negative, so I don't know. It has pulled back from higher prices. I know Nvidia was at higher prices in November of last year, so, you know, it could be still a buy to dip opportunity there. Thank you, Mandy, for following me here on TikTok. Guys, I gotta turn the thermostat down. I'm kind of like getting a little bit hot here, but just excuse me for like 1 second, and then we're gonna go take a look at high USDT because I am looking for a trade setup. For high USDT, is that gonna be a long or a short? You didn't really give me an entry or a stop loss or a take profit. Just let me know what you want me to do with that trade there. But excuse me for 1 second here, guys. Okay, I'm back with you guys. All right. So I see one guy here keeps asking for Dash, and another guy is asking for high USDT. Let's look at high USDT first. High USDT is trading at 24 cents. I'm assuming you want to look for a long here because this thing is has been beaten down already. I'm not sure how much further it could get, you know, go down further. You can see that it had a candlewick low here on October 10th, down to 15.5 cents. That's if you want to, you know, if you think this thing is going to go down to lower prices there, that's an idea. This thing is coming up on the 50-day moving average as resistance, sitting at 26 cents. If you can get past that, then the next target above you is going to be 34 cents. Is that your take profit targets on high here? And are you trying to do a day trade or are you trying to do a swing trade? Are you trying to be in it for a few hours or a few days or a few weeks? You gotta let me know. Yeah, Andreas, I will look at Dash. I'll look at Dash and then I'll look at XRP, and then we got a few other requests to look at here. All right. Okay. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame for this one. Oh, what the hell? Man, how come you didn't tell me about this about a couple hours ago? This thing caught the bids just now. It's up 10%. 10.6% in the last hour. Okay. That's interesting. Looks like you kind of had like a little bit of a falling wedge or descending channel here, and then you caught the bids here. Not sure why that happened entirely. Let's see if there's a Fibonacci that kind of gives us an idea as to why that happened. Did it hit like a fib level here? 0.236 was at 21 cents, and we came down to 0.215 pennies, and I guess someone decided to buy it. But now, looks like we got the candlewick high here, took you to the almost to the 1618 at 25.258 pennies here. So this thing already did the thing here. Jeez. So what are we gonna do with this now? Are we gonna try to short it? If you were to try to short it, you could probably take it down to the 618. That's a normal retracement level there at 22 cents. Or you could take it down to the moving averages here, sitting at yeah, basically 22 cents. So, you know, maybe you could try shorting it to 22 cents. I think even if you short it to 22 cents, that's going to be like a 10% move down, right, from where we are right now. About 8.9% move down on price. You know, you figure put your stop loss wherever you think you want to put it at, but maybe above the candlewick high, but then your risk reward ratio is only 2.2. But yeah, this thing's got some movement going on right now. That's interesting. Shock option says don't short that. What the hell? Why not? I mean, it already hit the Fibonacci levels here. Well, would have been better to short it at 25 cents or 26 cents, but yeah. You know, you can short at like 24, 25 cents and then put the stop loss at like 26 cents. You're not really risking too much here. On this trade, if I was to get in right now, you know, the stop loss would only be about 4% and the reward could be about 8.9%. And your risk reward ratio is 2.2. Not the greatest, because you want like a risk reward ratio of like 3, but it's worth taking a shot if you're inclined to do so. All right, moving on to XRP. XRP, what are we gonna do with XRP? We're looking at the day trading time frames here for XRP. XRP lower high, lower high, lower high here on the 1 hour time frame. And I'm pretty damn sure XRP probably went through all its Fibonacci levels here. And it probably went to the 0.236. 0.236 levels at $2.07. That's right where XRP is hanging out at. Okay, so I would be looking for a long rather than a short on XRP. And I'll probably put the stop loss right below this candlewick low at 205. And then I would be trying to see if XRP is going to push its way up to this $2.13 level, or maybe even the 786 retracement at 215. I don't know if we're actually going to get back up to 219. Would be nice if we could, but I'm not counting on it. I'm looking for a little bit more of an easier trade, more of a you know, more of a slam dunk, more of a layup here if I can. All right, and let's see, if we were to try to long XRP right now, put that stop loss right below the candlewick low here. We are going to try to get to 213. 213 and a half maybe. That's about you're trying to get 2.9% and you're risking 1.1% and your risk reward ratio is 2.6. Close enough to getting the 3. So, you know, this is not a bad long to take on XRP, right? Because you've already hit the, you know, support area. You got the support area right here at 205, 207, somewhere in this area. So I'd be looking for longs here on XRP. Should I go into a trade right now on WEEX and try to long XRP? Right now, I am currently in a Ethereum long, but I've been in this Ethereum long for a while now. I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm up 94%. 94% on a 20x leverage long here on Ethereum. And I'm trying to see if I can long something else besides Ethereum here. Maybe XRP could be the one. All right, Polyp. What do I think about Intel? That's a stock. You want me to look at it? Is that a request? We got a few other assets to look at besides Intel, but I will put down INTC as a request by Polyp here. Thank you for putting in that request, and thank you, Ardian, for following me here on TikTok. And for you guys who are interested in trying to day trade here or looking for another cryptocurrency exchange to trade on, and that's easy to get started, there's no KYC. All you need is an email to get started, and you don't have to use a VPN either. I have this cryptocurrency exchange called WEEX that I'm using right now, okay? And they got some pretty good deals, some good welcome bonuses going on here, where if you were to sign up right now and you just put like, you know, $6,000 on the exchange and hold it on the exchange for 3 days, you don't even have to trade. Well, actually, I take that back. I think they might want you guys to trade, but if you put the money on there, right, money that you're already trading with, and you hold it there for 3 days here, they'll give you a $3,000 position airdrop with 20x leverage. So basically, in this case, they'll give you like $150 a margin with 20x leverage, and it's basically like a free trade. And you can use that to either long or short. I think they let you long or short Ethereum, okay? But you get to pick the direction that you want to do on the trade there. And same thing here, if you put $10,000 here on the cryptocurrency exchange, they'll give you a $4,000 position airdrop if you hold it for like 3 days on their exchange here. They're looking for new customers. That's why they got these aggressive trades, these aggressive bonuses here. But I mean, this is money that, you know, it's not like they're gonna give you $2 grand. They're gonna give you $2 grand to trade with, and you keep the profits. If you lose money, then you lose money, and then you get liquidated, and that's it. But I mean, they got up to like $30,000 of bonuses here. All right, you know, and they got different tiers. Like if you can only put $1,000 on the exchange, then they'll give you like a $500 position airdrop. So you know, you can put $1,000 in, right? And then if you got more money to play with, you could put some more money on the exchange, and then you can unlock these other bonuses here on WEEX exchange. And if you want to get started with WEEX, go onto my bio here on the Meet Damien TikTok channel. I don't know why it doesn't show my videos here, but you can see that the link to join WEEX is right there. That's the link. You click on that. Obviously, you click on that link, I get the referral. You know, put that referral bonus code XVDP, make sure that's in there. And yeah, I do get commissions for the trades that you take. But you know, you're gonna be making those trades anyways. But the exchange will actually give me some of those trading fees as part of referring you. Okay. And for my YouTube guys, you can see that right there on your screen. You got the referral code right there. It says XVDP. You go on the WEEX website, and if you need to click on the website, right, you can just click on the description to this video that you're watching, and you'll see the website for the exchange for WEEX. Okay. All right, so that's my little my shameless plug there for WEEX and for me. All right. All right. Aiden says crypto shorts and then Dash. Yes, we gotta look at Dash. I got you. I said Dash was gonna come after XRP. I got you. We were looking at Dash in my trading group here. It's a free group to trade, to join, and we were looking at Dash last night on the Discord, the Meet Damien Discord, and my buddy Cameron was saying like, "Oh my God, you know, Dash is climbing up to $87. It's this thing just won't go down," and he was looking to short it. Right, because you know that would have been a double top compared to what we did here yesterday afternoon, and that was actually a good time. I hope Cameron took the short. I think he did. This was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast, and Dash already made that double top here, and it's come down, but look, this thing is having a hard time going down because right now you're just doing a bull flag here. You're bullishly consolidating. And do I gotta draw that out here for you? You are bullishly consolidating here on Dash as of now. Making slightly lower highs here, but you're still making higher lows here on Dash. So, you know, I would trade this as if like I would trade any other flag. I'm looking to see if I can long right where the uptrend is here. So if Dash comes down to like $79, I would try to look for a long. And then if Dash comes up to about $84, $85, maybe $86, I would be looking for shorts. So short here, long at 79. Short at 85, 86, long at 79. And just keep bouncing back and forth until this thing figures out, are we actually going to drop down or are we going to go up? And if you're in the long here, right, you can hold on to that long and take some profit here. Take partial profit. And then if we do bust out, then you can try to take more profit if Dash gets up to like $100. But that's just an idea, right? You know, you could take a long here, take partial profit over here. You don't have to take full profit. You could take a little bit of profit, take maybe half of it off, or 30% of the position off the table, and then you can keep on the other half if we do go up to like $100 here on Dash. Now, if you're doing shorts here, right? You can short at like $86, or $87, somewhere in this area. And you could take partial profit. You don't have to close out the entire short. You can just take partial profits at like 79 or 80 bucks here. And then if we do break down below out of this flag and we come down to this 50-day 50 moving average here, this green line here, you can take more profit on your short right over here. So that's just an idea, right? You can short here, take a little bit of profit, and then take more profit down here. Okay? And if you're longing, you long near the uptrend line here, take a little bit of profit here, and then you can take more profit if it does go bust out to 103 bucks here. All right, so that's just an idea. Where you could be both longing and shorting Dash at the same time and still make money. Obviously, if you long here and it plays out and goes up, you take partial profit. You would take your stop loss, you bring it up to break even. So that way, if it does come down and stops you out, you didn't lose money, but you did make some money taking partial profits on the long over here. Vice versa, if you were to short here and it comes down, you take partial profit, you move your stop loss to break even. And if this thing comes back up and hits your stop loss, well, you already made money here. And you're getting stopped out. You're in pretty much a free trade unless you get stopped out. And if you don't get stopped out and this thing kind of like comes up and then goes down and breaks out, well, guess what? You're getting paid more because you took partial profit here and you're letting the rest of the position ride down to lower prices here. So that's how I would play Dash right now. I didn't even give you any price targets, but on the 1 hour time frame, the downside target would be this 50 moving average at $59. But let me go ahead and turn the VRVP indicator. You guys ready for this bad boy indicator? All right, this indicator tells us where the high volume price action was at. Okay, and the highest price action volume node here is this blue line sitting at $82. A lot of people bought and sold Dash at $82 over the last few hours here, going into like Saturday. So like over the last few days, the majority of people bought at 82 bucks. That's gonna be a resistance zone because we're below it right now. But if we get above it, it should act as support. Unless we lose it, then it ends up as resistance again. However, you know, the reason why I pull this up is because if we do break below out of this bull flag here for Dash, the volume drops off on the VRVP indicator. No one really bought Dash at 72, 73 bucks here over the last few days. There's very little people that bought around here. There's a lot of people that did buy right at this white line. This is the value area low sitting at 60 bucks. That's why I think 60 bucks or this 50 moving average, you know, whether you're using your moving average or using the VRVP indicator here, X marks the spot. This is where I would take profit on the short at 60 bucks here for Dash, okay? So there you go. That's my opinion there for downside targets. Upside targets, well, we don't really have any volume. We haven't seen Dash get up to like $100 in the last few days here. What I could do to figure out price targets to the upside is I will do a Fibonacci. And I will try to get a Fibonacci extension level here for Dash, okay? So we saw Dash got up as high as like $88.50 here earlier on Wednesday, okay? And if we were to push past that, we got a 1272 Fibonacci that says Dash get up to like $102, and that'd be a good area to try to take profit. If Dash continues being very bullish, there is a 1618 that says Dash could get up to like 120 bucks. So there you go. That makes sense, right? I feel like a lot of people are trying to buy Dash right now at 80 bucks and I'm gonna sell it at 100 because people like their even numbers. They're like, oh, I'll buy it at 80 and I'll sell it at 100 and I'll make a 25% gain, right? So the Fibonacci extension kind of agrees that, you know, there will be people that will probably try to sell Dash at 102 bucks here. So that'll be your upside target for Dash as of now. Abe says just a tad bit loud on the volume and the music. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit more on my end. All right, I just turned it down just a little bit there for you, for you, Abe. All right, so Andrea is asking, should we long or short Dash? Well, I already identified that we're in kind of like a bull flag consolidating here on Dash. So I think you could try to long Dash right now if you're anxious to get in. Maybe put a partial position. But I would wait until we come down a little bit further near this uptrend line at like $78. or $79 to try to buy, you know, you get like $1 or $2 cheaper on your Dash and try to long it here and then take profit at like 86 bucks here. All right, so that's an idea there for Dash. Thank you, Adrian, for following me here on TikTok. Appreciate that. We have a guy here saying he's long term on stacks. Let's see. And you want me to take a look at stacks? Okay, that's a request. All right, so we gotta look at a few other requests here. Thank you guys for putting in the requests. We gotta look at VVY. I think it was VVY, and then Cosmos, and then we gotta look at QXO and then Intel before we look at stacks. Guys, keep me busy over here. I didn't even enter a trade yet. Well, I'm already in a trade on Ethereum, but I'm trying to enter another trade here. I would wait. I like the idea of long and Dash at like $78, $79, so I would just try to put a buy limit order in there. I was really interested in getting into Dash right now. All right. So far, like the best one I've seen so far was Dog with Hat. Let me just take a look at Dog with Hat right now. And someone said short it, but I wouldn't short it. I'd be looking for a long on Dog with Hat. Yeah. Yeah, and I would just put the stop loss right below like the candlewick low here at 37.5 cents here. This seems like the best trade so far, only because like here on the MACD, I can see that the blue line looks like it's going to cross the orange line to the upside. So Dog with Hat might be worth getting into a long right now, and you can just try to see if you can take this long all the way up to the candlewick high here at 40 cents. Take partial profit and then see if you can get up to like 42 or 43 cents for like full profit taken there. Alright, VVY was a request here. Let's see, we gotta take a look at that one. VVY, is that Verorian Therapeutics or is this a crypto? I believe that was a stock here. You want to look at Verorian Therapeutics. Are you still in the chat here? This looks like a stock that trades on the it's a European company, on like the European the Amsterdam. All right, we'll do this one real quick here, unless the guy's still in here and can tell me otherwise. We are looking at Verorian Therapeutics trading on $1.54, down 1.5% today. This thing got rejected off the 200-day moving average at $1.60. We actually came up to that price earlier today. We could get rejected, but maybe get some support at $1.51, which is where that 21 EMA is at. And yeah, this thing still, it's weird. It's kind of still in the downtrend. It's in a downtrend, and you're below the 200-day moving average. I would be bearish on this stock until you get above that 200-day moving average at $1.60. Okay. But turn on the VRVP indicator here. You're near the value area low. Value area low is at $1.53. So if this thing does go below $1.53, that's considered very undervalued. I would try to buy some more below $1.53. You know, take some profit at $1.60, and then also take some profit at the POC at $1.69 for your upside targets on this stock here. All right, so that's that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cosmos now. Cosmos currently trading at $2.47. Did you want to look at this as a day trade for a long or a short, or? I'm going to start with the daily time frame here on Cosmos, unless you tell me to look at it as a day trade here. Cosmos is also below the value area. You got the value area high here, the POC, the point of control, highest volume node here. And then you got the value area low. Value area low is at 279. And it's slightly above this 58 moving average. So I think take profit on this one is going to be 279 for now. If you go up to higher prices here, you got the 100-day moving average at 321. And this is also showing some high volume at that area. If you get past that area, then you can probably make your way up to about 409 here on Cosmos. 409 is an area that Cosmos was trading at a bunch of times here back here in September 2025, June of 2025, and April of 2025. So all these people are underwater on Cosmos, and if Cosmos ever makes it back up to $4, they're gonna probably want to click the sell button to break even. So I would join them and try to sell at $4 if you can on Cosmos. All right, so that's upside targets for Cosmos. What's downside targets? Downside targets, you know, let me just zoom in here on Cosmos. You got the 21 EMA that could act as support at $2.31, and then you got some high volume nodes here at $1.98. So anywhere between like $2 to $2.30 is where I would try to scoop up some cheaper Cosmos if you're inclined to do that. Nino says, what do I think about Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid. I don't know. Do you want me to look at it on the charts, or do you want me to just give you my thoughts about it? I think Hyperliquid that's a decentralized. Is it a decentralized? No, it's a centralized exchange, or is it a DEX? I can't remember if it's a DEX or a centralized exchange. But I think that one's gonna be around for a while because they make money. So that's my thoughts on Hyperliquid as of now. They're an exchange that makes money. They're going to be around for a while. Just like Coinbase and Binance. Oh, are they decentralized? Yeah, that's what I thought. They're decentralized exchange. There's been a bunch of decentralized exchanges that got created over the past year or two. There's Aerodrome and there's Aster. And now there's, you know, Hyperliquid and stuff like that. So they got competition, I'll tell you that. But yeah, did you want me to actually look at it as a request? Because I can put that down in the requests. Alright, Shotfi wants me to look at Uniswap. Alright, you know, I got you, but, you know, Hyperliquid is going to come after Stacks. We got to look at QXO, Intel. Then we gotta look at Stacks, and then we'll look at Hyperliquid, and then we'll look at Uniswap. Okay? Alright. Let me get back to work here, guys. Alright, so we gotta look at QXO. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Is this a stock? I see it coming up as a stock. QXO. Alright, QXO on the New York Stock Exchange. Hopefully the guy's still here. I know we had to go through a few requests here, but, you know, that's how it usually goes on these live streams. You guys keep me busy here with the requests. This thing is currently trading at $25. I'm just curious, what the hell does this thing do for money? It's a publicly traded distributor of roofing, waterproofing, and building products. Alright, so they're in construction. And it plans to become a tech-enabled in the building products. Alright, yeah, alright. Headquartered in Greenwich, Connecticut, and founded in 2002. Alright, so it's like a construction materials company. Wholesale distributor. Alright. If we have a real estate boom later on this year, I'm assuming that this stock is going to do well because of that. Let me get rid of the VRVP for now. This thing is very bullish. Very, very bullish because you're above all the moving averages here. You're above the 200-day. The 100-day and the 50-day and the 21 EMA. Alright. Very bullish to be above all those moving averages here. But it means that we could be due for a pullback and a correction. If we do come to correct ourselves here, I would expect this thing to come down to the 21 EMA, sitting at $22.58. That's what the 21 EMA, this white line, is hanging out at. Okay. Usually the price follows the 21 EMA very closely. or the 21 EMA follows the price very closely. So for you to be above the 21 EMA, one or two things is going to happen. Either this white line is going to try to catch up, and if this thing goes sideways, this white line will try to catch up to the price, or price might just sell off and come right back to the 21 EMA. Okay, so that's what you got to be wary of with seeing that the price is so far above the 21 EMA. There could be a pullback coming soon here. Let's see, is there a pullback coming? Let's look at the momentum indicators here. RSI shows that you were overbought on Wednesday, but you're not overbought today, so that's good, I guess. So you could still go higher prices and not be overbought, but it could happen again anytime soon though. And then MACD is showing buying pressure was pretty strong over the last few days and last week, but now buying pressure dying off a little bit. Now price can still go up while buying pressure is dying off, but that's the harder and faster you start seeing buying pressure die off, the more likely you are to actually get a correction. Okay, because look, you had buying pressure die down here middle of December, beginning of December, and what was the middle of December, beginning of December like? Yeah, you were going sideways, and then you finally sold off a little bit here around New Year's. Okay, so buying pressure dying off, you could just end up going sideways, but if you see buying pressure steeply drop off and go into the red, then you could expect that pullback to happen sooner rather than later. And I think your pullback is going to take you down to the 21 EMA. How much higher could this thing go to the upside? Let me give you upside price targets here. I'll use a Fibonacci tool here to figure out how much higher this thing could possibly go. You get the 1272 saying this thing could get up to like $29 for your upside target, and then 1618 says $32 is the possibility here, maybe later on in 2026. Thank you, Zagadat, for following me here on TikTok. Alright, and thank you, Nino, for understanding that we have a few requests ahead of you, but I will get to your requests. I promise you that. And thank you for following me and liking the live stream here, Nino. Appreciate that. Alright. We gotta get over to Intel. Was a request here. So we got a few people asking about stocks and crypto. I like that. We got a little bit of a mix going on here between stocks and crypto. I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do both crypto and stocks. I'm comfortable with both of them. I started investing in stocks before crypto was even a thing, right? I was buying stocks in like 2004, 2005, right before the stock market crash in 2008, 2009. I saw the bear market in the stock market, and then of course I got into crypto in 2017, and I saw crypto crash in 2018, and then I saw crypto boom again in 2021, and I saw it crash again in 2022. So got about like 20 years of investing underneath my belt here, and a bunch of years of trading as well. So that's why I'm here, to help you guys out. Hopefully make some good decisions with your trading and investing. Not financial advice. It's never financial advice. You can do whatever you want with your money, but I give you, my opinions here as to whether things are bullish or bearish on these assets here. Right now, Intel is looking very bullish. You're above the 200, the 100, the 50, and you're above the 21 EMA on the daily time frame here. That's very good to see. Classic up and to the right. This is a semiconductor technology company. We know the technology has been doing well with AI and all that good stuff, so Intel's probably a benefactor of all that. And you can tell, because I think Intel's like at the highest price it's ever been in its lifetime. Like, we've seen Intel get up to like $50.39. Has it ever been that high? Okay, maybe I take that back. It has been higher than that. Here in December of 2023, we've seen higher prices. And then back here in April 2021, yeah, okay. But you're at the highs for the year. Even though it's the beginning of the year, you're definitely for sure at the highs for the year. The highs of probably multi-year highs. You haven't been this high since like 2020, 2023, 2024. So that's good to see here with Intel. Intel, what could you do next here? Let's do Fibonacci on Intel here. Measuring from the high point, high watermark here to, I'm not going to take it to this low. I'm going to actually take it to this low right here on the Fibonacci. And upside target for Intel looks like you could hit $55.33 is an idea here, where you could get sold off. And then 1618 is showing that the price target for Intel could be $61 later on this year. So those are your upside targets for Intel. If we were to get a pullback, you know, I can see it right off the bat here. We could pull back. Normal pullbacks take you to like 0.618 or the 0.5. And I can see here in the 0.618, you know, we did have a candlewick high here at $44, which is right in this golden pocket. This is the golden pocket, this orange level here. And I would expect Intel, if it does start to sell off here, I would expect it to start catching some bids at 43, 44 bucks here, make a higher low, and then try to go up to higher prices. Just an idea. I'm not saying that it's going to do that. You know, Intel could actually be continue to be bullish and just plow its way up to $55 and higher. All right, but let's see if it does it have the momentum to just go plow its way up to $55. Let's look at the momentum indicators here. This is the MACD, showing that buying pressure is pretty strong. Looks like you had a little bit of a light green candle here. That whenever you see light green, that means buying pressure is dying down, but it's not that significant. Like, we could easily, you know, just go to high prices and continue with the buying pressure here for Intel. So the Intel looks like it's ready to go up rather than down. I'll tell you that. And then looking at the market cipher B indicator here on the daily time frame, you got money flows steadily in the green. You are starting to push yourself into oversold territory. This is kind of like an RSI, you know, with these. This is overbought with these red horizontal bars here. And if you get a red sell dot, which you haven't had yet, but if you get a red sell dot, I would start taking profit on Intel. You can't really, I mean, I guess you could short it using stock options here. You could try to get some puts on it maybe if you don't want to sell your stock. But yeah, last time you got a red sell dot here near the overbought conditions was here on October 30th. And let's see what happened in October 30th here. Okay, October 30th was like right around here. So like if red sell dot came in right over here, it was trying to tell you to get out of Intel before. And you would, if you listen to the market cipher B indicator here, you would have avoided this little bit of mess here. All right, so when I see a red sell dot come in on the daily time frame using this market cipher B indicator here, I would strongly consider getting out of Intel, or at least selling something or taking a put option on it. Okay, that's how I would do Intel for now. All right, so that's Intel. We'll move on to stacks. Back to cryptocurrency world again. Let's see. Here we are looking at the stacks currently trading at 36 cents, down 5.25% today. And let's see. Stacks is it got above the 50-day moving average, this green line. That was good to see. It did act as resistance on about last Tuesday. Came below, then we pushed past the 50-day moving average. And looks like we're coming back down to try to retest it as support one more time here. That's sitting at 35 cents. So, you know, if stacks does sell off a little bit, I don't think it's not going to be too much selling off to do. We could get support at 35 cents and then try to go up to higher prices. And if we go to higher prices, you got the 100-day moving average could act as resistance at 44 cents. And then you got the 200-day acting as resistance at 52 cents. I would definitely take profit at 52 cents because it's not nearly a double, but you're going to make a lot of money if it does get up to there, right? Let's see if we measure that out real quick here. It'll be up about 42%. Yeah. So I would consider taking profit on stacks if it does get up to 52 cents here. Oh wow, we got Porky Flounder is in the live stream. How you doing, Porky? And he says he is live. Yes, I am live. I'm here on TikTok. Guys, we have another TikTok technical analyst here. He's in the live stream. His name is Porky Flounders. Porky, you can put in your link to join your TikTok, but I'm gonna try to see if I give you the shout out here by going on to TikTok real quick here. First of all, guys, don't forget to like and follow me here on the Meet Damien TikTok. But let's see, we got Porky in the chat. Let's see if I can pull up Porky here real quick. And it's your Porky Flounder 65 trades. Yeah, because you got 2 accounts. I gotta make sure I get the right one here. But guys, we have another TikTok streamer here. He just recently started streaming. TikTok gave him the privileges to do that, so that's cool. And he's trying to build up his following account. He's got a lot more subscribers on YouTube. And you can come join him on there. He's putting up some more content here about crypto, and he also talks about stocks as well. Getting those views. He's got 1,000 views here, 300 views, 400 views. Getting those views up, but he's trying to build up his following here on TikTok. So you guys go ahead and check out his channel here. Give him a follow. He says here he does crypto TA and memes. He does full videos on YouTube. Let's go ahead and take a look at his YouTube channel real quick. Okay. First of all, there's my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the Meet Damien YouTube channel here. But yeah, let's see. We got Porky on. I'm giving you the full shout out here, Porky. Okay, for both of your TikTok and your YouTube channels. And Porky's also here on YouTube as well. So if you guys are watching YouTube, go ahead and check out Porky on YouTube. Give him a subscribe. Check out his videos. He usually goes live later on at night around like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern time. He's a West Coast guy. I'm an East Coast guy. We're not going to hold that against him. Okay, East Coast, West Coast, you know, we can all get along here. But yeah, he's got some good TA here, and he's got some good videos here on YouTube. He also does some YouTube shorts, and you can find him here on YouTube. All right, back to the regular schedule program here. We're gonna take a look at stacks. I gave you downside targets, upside targets. Yeah, I pretty much gave it all to you here. I think we're pretty much done with the analysis here on stacks. Hey Porky, what trade are you in or trying to get into? Because I was trying to do some copy trades. I got knocked out of Aerodrome earlier today, and then I also tried to do a Bitcoin long. I got stopped out on that one too. So I am interested in getting into another trade. Let me know what your trade of the day is, Porky, because I know you got some good ones to get into. I'm gonna try to do a copy trade. I'm trying to right now. I looked at Dog with Hat as a possible long. Looks like the best trade to take so far from all the requests that I got today. Porky says he's in. You're still in longs and SQDO and YGG. Which one do you think still has some more appreciation to go? Because I'm trying to make some money. Trying to make some money here, and if give me your best one out of those two. Maybe I'll take a look at it. But let me just pull up the VRVP indicator while Porky gets back to me on that. VRVP indicator here is showing value area high for stacks at 36 cents. This should act as support, and because we're above the value area high, we could actually be considered overvalued on stacks. So you know, be wary that there could be a pullback. If we lose this 50-day moving average, I think we could pull back to this high volume node here at 30 cents. We still got the 21 EMA. That's an idea here, but I don't know if the 21 EMA is just going to magically act as support. I trust the VRVP indicator more than I do the moving averages here. And I would actually look for this high volume node here at 30 cents to be support for stacks. And it's like a psychological number. Oh, let's go buy stacks at 30 cents so we can then sell it at 40 cents. Porky thinks YGG is a better long to get into right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that down so I can look at it. Maybe I might get into it. All right, thank you, Porky, for the trade setup or potential trade setup for YGG. Thank you. All right. So we just looked at stacks. We gotta look at the Uniswap. And then Hyperliquid, And then YGG. And Porky says he's doing good. He's just trying to stay hydrated. What'd you do for a workout today, Porky? Were you working out with your clients, or did you do something for yourself? Just curious. Keep it live, Porky. We're gonna have to do a TikTok stream together one of these days. We have to collaborate. One of these nights, you gotta let me know, and we can collaborate together. I think that'd be better than just randomly, you know, meeting up with some random guy or girl that's like playing video games or something like that. Because, like, you know, I'm not sure if they're gonna be interested in talking about stocks and crypto, while, you know, their audience might be more interested in playing video games. I know you play video games yourself, so maybe you could, you know, just randomly match up with somebody and start talking about Call of Duty or something like that. But I don't know if my audience is gonna be like, yeah, let's just talk about, you know, cats and video games and, I don't know, random crap. I think it'd be nice if we mashed up together, because we both talk about crypto and stocks, and we can have like an, you know, like an opinion show. Like, we could still look at the charts, but we can give out our opinions about like the news of the day and stuff like that. We could figure something out. You know, that makes sense. You know, we can have like a back and forth. Like, how would you trade this, and how would I trade that? That kind of thing. Or we just talk about the news for the day and give our opinions about the news. Porky says today was a light workout, body weight push-ups, squats, and hill runs. All right, I worked on back and biceps at the gym today for myself. Oh, give out the biceps. You see the biceps here. Let me see. I'll do flip the camera here real quick. There you go. Some biceps. Back and biceps there. Alright. Okay. Alright. And there's my mugshot as well. Okay. Alright. There you go. Yes, I did back and biceps today, and then I went for a swim at the pool at the gym that I go to. Alright. Moving on. Let's you know, I pretty much gave you stacks, targets, upside, downside targets. We're going to move on from stacks. We're going to take a look at Uniswap and then Hyperliquid. Uniswap USD, okay. You're going to need a permit for those guns, right? Yeah. I'm not allowed to carry those, you know. I cannot do open carry, right? Oh, man. Okay. Uniswap, we already took a look at this probably a few days ago. I identified that it looks like Uniswap is kind of like starting to do a descending channel here. Some might call this a bull flag, right? But you clearly, you got rejected off the 50-day moving average, the green line. Well, not once, but twice here. And I mean, I would look for longs. I would look for longs on Uniswap, because if this is a descending channel, you can long here and then take partial profit at the 21 EMA, move your stop loss to break even, and either you're gonna get stopped out, or maybe you push up to higher prices and actually hit that 50 moving average at $6.11, and then take your full profit at that point. Or maybe take more partial profit, and then you stay in and see if this thing actually breaks out and goes up to the 100-day moving average. That's $7.14. But yeah, I would be looking for longs on Uniswap right now. And when Uniswap actually goes up, well, I mean, I guess you could short the 21 EMA if you wanted to, but that's like kind of in the middle of the channel. I would wait until we get back up to the 50 moving average to look for a short on Uniswap if you're inclined to do something like that. And you can short it at the 50 moving average, take partial profit at the 21 EMA, take more profit at the bottom of this descending channel here. And then, who knows, maybe you can stay in the short and continue watching this thing drop like a rock and make more money. Is this thing going to continue dropping like a rock? Let's see. Let me get rid of the moving averages here. I'm going to put in the VRVP indicator here. Let's see what this says. You got a value area low at $5.06. That should hold as strong support for Uniswap. And if it doesn't, man, oh man, I mean, it could get really nasty out there. I don't think Uniswap has ever been below like $4 here. Let's see, we got a candlewick low. Oh, we got something going on here at like $4. Yeah, so if we're not able to hold $5 on Uniswap, $4 is your downside target. Very easy to remember that, right? If not 5, then it's going to be 4. Alright, so that's Uniswap in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and take a look at Hyperliquid. And then we got take a look at YGG. Hyperliquid on MEXC exchange, sure. Alrighty, we're now looking at Hyperliquid, currently trading at $24.63, down 5% today. I got the VRVP indicator here, very useful and powerful indicator to use here. Tells you where all the buys and sells are at. The green area is to buy, the red's to sell. And the more you see green and red, the more likely that's a significant area to look for. It's a high volume node. Right now we got the highest volume node here. This is right here at this blue line. This blue line is the point of control, the POC, sitting at $24.50. We're right at that point of control. So you would think this we should act as support and launch up to higher prices. And if we do launch up to higher prices, a little bit of resistance at $25.90, and then more resistance at $29 to like $30. Yeah, between $29 and $30 is probably your upside target for Hyperliquid for now. But damn, is this really the Hyperliquid, the cryptocurrency exchange Hyperliquid? Because I remember this thing was flying high in 2025. And this thing was trading at like $58 in September, about a few months ago. And now you're like, you got cut down in half? Ugh, that sucks. Is Hyperliquid getting some bullish divergence? I'm a little bit curious about that. Possibly. I mean, you're making higher lows here on the price, but that was after making lower lows here. And not really, because you still made a lower. You made a low here on the RSI in November, and then you made a lower low here on the RSI in December. So, not really. Not really bullish divergence, but hey, you know what? Maybe this is like your oversold relief rally here. But I want to see us get above the highs here and on Wednesday and Tuesday of January 6th, January 7th. Because if you do not get above these highs here, then this ends up being another lower high, and then this could also be another lower high here. So we're on lower high watch here for Hyperliquid. Let's see if Hyperliquid can get above $28 here. I think it was like a high volume node, right? We said $29, $30 is where we should sell Hyperliquid using the VRVP indicator. Yeah, like right over here, 28 to like 29 to $30 here. So you can buy now here and sell at 28, 29, $30. And that's just for a temporary swing trade target. And then the long-term targets, you know, I don't know if Hyperliquid is going to get back up there or not, but you got a value area high at $39, and that's where I would sell the rest of my Hyperliquid if I still had some to sell. Now look at that. That's actually where the moving averages are sitting at too. So you got the 200-day and the 100-day sitting at $38 and $39. That should be a good area to click the sell button if you're like trading using the moving averages here. Thank you, Porky, for liking the live. Appreciate it. Nino says, yes, it was crazy high. Yeah, it's a lot of cryptos took like a 50% haircut or more. Hyperliquid is lucky that it's only been 50%. Some of these other cryptocurrencies are down like 80, 90, 99%. Yeah, there's just some cryptocurrencies that are down 99% from where they were a year ago. All right. That's Hyperliquid. Now, Porky did say YGG would be an interesting long here. or like that's the long that he's in that he thinks is still worth getting into if someone wanted to get into it. All right, so this is YGG, currently trading at almost 7 cents here, down 1.85%. YGG. I'm gonna use a VRVP indicator and then I'll start looking at the moving averages here. Your point of control at 7 cents is going to be your tough area of resistance for now. This thing could climb, once it gets past 7 cents, it could climb its way up to like almost 9 cents here before it gets rejected. And if it does get rejected, it's probably going to get rejected off that 50-day moving average. So if I'm day trading this, I'm going to just aim for that first moving average to the upside. And going from like 7 cents to 9 cents, that's a pretty decent gain. I think that's like almost like a 20% gain. But Porky did get into this trade earlier. I wonder if he did get into it at a lower price than where it is right now. I don't know, when did Porky, are you still in the chat? When did you get into YG? What was your entry? Right now you got the 21 EMA. This white line could act as support for now. You're getting cradled. It's like, here you go. I got you, buddy. I'm not gonna let you fall down. Alright, well, hopefully that doesn't happen, but if you do fall down, you'll probably fall down to that POC at 6.5 cents here, and then you get the value area low at like 0.063 pennies, which is like where all the sideways trading action was going on over here. So you could put your stop loss, you know, at 0.062 or just 6 pennies if you want to just make it an even 6 cents. And I'm going to game plan this out, right? We're going to game plan along here, okay? So if we were to get in now, I'm going to put the stop loss probably below the candlewick low here on Monday, below 0.063 pennies. So we'll make it 0.062 pennies. That's about a 9% stop loss. Ugh, I don't know. I can't do too much leverage if that's the case. But I would try to see if we could try to get up to that 9 cent level here. That's that 50-day moving average. 0.096 pennies to be exact. So you're risking 9% to try and get 39%. That's actually a pretty decent risk-reward ratio of 4.32. Now, this would have to be more like a swing trade because I know this ain't going to happen tomorrow. Or I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow where we just jump up to like 9 cents here. Tomorrow we might get up to the value area high, sitting at like 8 cents, 0.079 pennies. But to get up to like 9 pennies, that's going to take a few days. So I think for day trade, you're looking for like this. Okay. But still about a 14% gain from where you are. You slap on 10x leverage, that's 140%. You'll double your money. However, the problem is the risk-reward ratio is very bad, 1.6. You would have to probably put your stop loss a little bit tighter if you're going to day trade this thing. Probably put it below the lows for today. The low today came in at 0.067 pennies, so maybe put at 0.066 pennies is where you probably put the stop loss at. So you're risking like 3.8% to try and get 14%. Your risk reward ratio is 4.2. That's still a decent long. All right, Porky. That's not too bad of a long to be taking. Porky says he's on a 20x, so you're still up over 80% on the trade. Okay, and you got in a little bit lower. Is what Porky says. You got in, but you're liking the higher lows on it. Yeah, I guess I like the fact that there is an uptrend here. So Porky was saying higher lows here. You got low, see, low, higher low, higher low. Got the 21 EMA could act as support, and then you got the high here. Was that a higher high? 0.076. 0.075, barely a higher high. So it's an idea. It's worth, maybe might be worth getting into. That's how I would do it a day trade. I would do it like that, Risk reward ratio 4.2. I put the stop loss right below the low for today, and my take profit is going to be about like 8 cents, and that 8 cents. I mean, if you're not using the VRVP indicator, it's really hard to figure out why I chose 8 cents here, or 0.079. But you could target some of these candlewick highs here on the daily time frame. Looks like we got up to like 8 cents on December 3rd and December 4th. So there you go. That you can use that as your target. These candlewick highs here, and that still gives you that risk reward ratio. Where we're risking 3.5% to get 14%. Risk reward ratio 4.2. That's worth it. But if you know how to use the VRVP indicator, and if you don't know how to, you can go into my my tutorial video. I got that on TikTok here. But yeah, well, there's that high volume. There's some volume right here. You see a little bit of volume here at 8 cents. That's what I'm targeting for YGG if I was to get into a long here. But I would probably take some partial profits and see if I can ride this thing all the way up to that 50-day moving average. That'd be, look at that, risk reward ratio 11.4. Or take it to this high volume node here at 0.089 pennies. Risk reward ratio 8.4. You're gonna risk 3% to try and get basically 30%. That's good. That is good. Now, before I get too excited about getting into long here, what is the momentum looking like here? What is the MACD showing here? MACD is showing that buying pressure was pretty strong in the first week of January, but then buying pressure died down. However, buying pressure started building up again here on Tuesday and Wednesday. Today, probably because Bitcoin didn't have a good day today. You're getting the buying pressure starting to die down a little bit here again. So, I'm kind of on the fence. You know, I want to see buying pressure steadily increasing like it did on the first week of January. That would have been nice to see that, but you're not getting that right now. However, you're also not getting a MACD crossover to the downside, and you're not getting the blue line curving down yet, so there could still be some more room for this thing to run up to higher prices. However, oh no, market cipher B showing a red sell dot. That's not good. And market cipher B showing money flow is starting to go into the red here. I don't know, Porky. I think there could be a better trade in there. I know it's working out for you right now. I'm glad it is working out for you, but this was looking like a good trade, possibly an excellent trade until I saw this. So I'm going to rate this trade a B, maybe like a B or a B plus. Not an A minus, not an A trade yet. Let's see if market side B, if we all start seeing this thing curve, the money flow curving up, maybe get a green buy dot instead of a red dot, then I'd be like, oh man, okay, maybe we got an A plus trade here. I'm gonna put this in the B plus category, B plus tier trade here. So, but I mean, I'm probably sure when you were looking at it earlier, it probably was an A plus trade. I'm just looking at it after the fact. You told me that this is a trade that you got into. And right now, I'm not excited to get into it as because I gotta be picky now, you know, because I've already had like a couple of trades get stopped out on me today, so I gotta make sure I can find the best one I can find going into later on tonight, going into tomorrow morning. And let's go back to Dog with Hat, because that was the one that I thought was the best one out of all these requests you guys gave me for a possible trade setup. On the daily time frame, Dog with Hat at 38.5 cents. We definitely getting a red day here. Now, someone gave me this as a trade setup for a short, and I was like, I don't really want to short, like, you know, possible support here. And the best time to short was like right over here when it came up against the 50-day moving average and up against this value area high. We're at the POC on Dog with Hat, so this could be a support area, and I'd be looking for longs. You better look for longs down here, but you know, you can still long here if we make a higher low and go up to higher prices. On the daily time frame for Dog with Hat, buying pressure dying down, then it increased and then it died down. So it's kind of like almost like YGG here a little bit. Uh-oh. The blue line is curving down, so I don't know if I like that. Market cipher B. Red cell dot. However, you got a red cell dot, but money flows in the green. If this thing starts going up to like 39, 40 cents here, this red dot could disappear. And it could even turn in, you know, well, it won't turn into a green dot because we already have a green dot right here, but this red dot could disappear if this thing goes up like a half a penny or even a penny higher than where it is right now. Like, I'm up in the air between Dog with Hat and Zcash for possible trades to get into. Let's get back into the 1 hour time frame because that's my day trading time frame. So yeah, the thing about Dog with Hat is this is the way I was looking at it. We want to buy here, maybe take partial profit here and take full profit at 43 cents here. But this trade already started playing out. Like, I went live about an hour ago, almost 2 hours ago, and we already got pushed up. And I was like, well, the guy that asked me about this was saying, let's short Dog with Hat. And I was like, just wait until you get up to these moving averages, and then I will try to look for a short here. And then you put your stop loss above the candle wicks over here. So, right now, Dog with Hat, I have to sit on my hands. I'm not going to long or short. I would long if we get back down to like 37 cents here. And I would try to look for a short if we get up to like 39 cents. But I'm not gonna do anything with Dog with Hat as of now, unfortunately. But I mean, look at the upside though. If we got in over here, which we didn't, but if we did, then you could take partial profit here, and then you could also take more profit here, and then you could also take more profit over here. Okay. The fact that you were below the value area low, good area to try to at least take a chance and take a long. All right, so that's Dog with Hat. Let me look at Zcash. Zcash was actually looking slightly interesting to me as well. Yeah, Zcash is also catching some bids too over the last couple hours. So I'm like up in the air between Zcash and Dog with Hat. I guess I have to measure things out here real quick, huh? Alright, let's see. If I was to enter here, stop loss below the lows for today. Try to take some profit around this area at 440 because I know we've done that already. It's a 2.67 risk reward ratio. Yeah, not the best. I want like 3 at the very least. What if I just took it to 450? Then it becomes 3. But like 440. Alright, we'll just leave it at 440 and we'll say this thing's at like 2.8 for a risk reward ratio. And then going back to Dog with Hat again. Just trying to figure out. I'm looking for longs at this point, guys. And I don't think shorting is a good idea right now. So long, if I long right here on Dog with Hat and I put the stop loss below the lows for today and we're targeting 41, 42 cents maybe. Yeah, Dog with Hat's the best one so far. Yeah, believe it or not, Dog with Hat, best one. Now I'm a little bit curious. Dog with Hat is good. Are the other meme coins showing the same thing? Is there maybe a better idea? Is there a better meme coin out there? Maybe look at Bonk maybe? See what Bonk is doing? If I was to like take profit at like around here. Let me go and put the VRB heating it on one more time. But if I was to try to take a long here. Stop loss below the low for today. Target the POC maybe. So 3.5. Or even somewhere around here. 4. So Bonk is looking good. I think. Are the meme coins just really good for longs right now? There's Pengu. Pengu's near the POC. If you're a long Pengu, I think I'm starting to see a theme here, guys. I think the meme coins is what we should be long in tonight. Take that up to the value area high. Oh my, wow. Pengu might be the one to get into, guys. I think this is the trade of the day for you guys who like looking for trades of the day. Pudgy Penguins has a 10-to-1 risk-reward ratio if we just get back up to where we were yesterday. What? You're risking less than 1% to try and get 8.9%. Your risk-reward ratio is 10.18. Yo, I'm going into Pudgy Penguins right now, guys. I think I found it. I think I found the one that I want to get into for tonight. Pudgy Penguin, we're going on a date tonight. I'm going to long you. Alright, without trying to make it sound creepy or anything like that. Pudgy Penguin, I'm gonna give you the long one today. Alright guys, we found our target. Jesus. Sounds like kind of like predatorial now. We are gonna try to long Pudgy Penguins here. Because they got brutally beat up. And I mean, if it just goes back to where it was yesterday, it's going to be great. And if it goes down to where it was earlier today, then whatever. We get stopped out. But Pudgy Penguin's down 6.5% today. Is WEEX going to actually start running right for me, please? Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. So I have bought and sold Pudgy Penguins earlier, well, like a week ago. What are the targets here? I'm going to get in at 0.012 pennies. I'm going to put the stop loss at the lows for today at 0.011. We'll say 0.0118 is where we'll put the stop loss. And we're going to try to do 10-to-1 risk. We'll do like 10x leverage because that'll give us like 89%. And maybe I'll do like $200 a margin. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so we're going to get in. We're just going to do a market order. We're going to get in now. And we're going to do about $200 of margin. Where's my cost? There's my cost right there. Okay. Alright. And then 10x leverage. I got 10x leverage. That green number right there. And here we go. Most important thing, stop loss and take profit. I said 0.118 was where I was going to try to put the stop loss at. And that's 0.118. I'll lose $41 on this trade if I'm wrong. Was it 0.118? Somewhere around there? Yeah, 0.119. I can make it 0.119. Yeah, I'll just do 0.119. Alright, but before I get too excited about what's the momentum showing here? Market cipher B, green buy dot on the 1 hour time frame. I like that. My inflo's still in the red though. MACD, selling pressure dying down. I mean, it's a risky trade, but if I see the MACD cross over to the upside, that allows me to know that my long is going to play out. So I could either add to the long at that point, or I can just stay long and have a little bit more confidence in the trade. So let's do 0.119. Right, and let me just get into the 1 hour time frame on this one here and see if that makes sense. We're getting into a Pudgy Penguin long here, guys. Might be the trade of the night. So we're gonna put the stop loss below the low here, 0.11. You know what? I'll just do 118. Yeah, I feel like that's a safer thing. The stop loss. 119 gets me about. I'll lose $24, which is preferable than losing $40. Maybe I do 1185. How about that? $33 I'll lose, okay? If I'm wrong. 1185. I feel that that's good. And then we're targeting, if we can, we're targeting the value area high. We're targeting the sideways trading action here at 0.013. That's it. That's all we're looking for. And it's about like an 8% gain. But with 10x leverage, that becomes 89% gain. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So 0.013. That's all I'm looking for. Should be an easy layup, I think. Where's WEEX? What am I doing? Okay. 0.013. I'll make $170 on that trade. I'll be up 80% with 10x leverage. Let's do it. A minute. Double check the work. Take profit 0.013. Stop loss 0.011. Liquidation. It's good to know. I'm using $212 of margin. Boom. Let's go. We're in it. I think I found the trade of the night, guys. If you want to copy me, you just saw the targets there, right? Stop loss is at 0.01185 pennies. I got in right now at 0.012 pennies as the entry, and take profit is 0.013 pennies. Now over the night, I might take some partial profit if we get to the 200 moving average or the 100 moving average. If we get to like 0.012.5 pennies, I might take off like 30% or maybe 50% of the position at that level. And then I'll take the rest of the profit when we get up to 0.013. Now, if we get up here, I'll move the stop loss to break even. And if we come down and we stop me out, hey, I made some money already taking partial profit and I'm in a free trade because it's not going to cost me any money if I get stopped out at break even. I'll have the break even just a little bit above to cover trading fees, and yeah, that's the trade that I'm in for tonight, guys. Pudgy Penguins. You got it right there from me. D2 Miami said XCN. Are we still in here? And then Jack wants to look at Ethereum. And then TUV says trade history. I had a pretty good week here, along with a lot of other cryptocurrency traders. How much history do you want? My 30-day P&L is at 111% right now. I actually posted up a TikTok video. Let's see if I could pull it up. You want to see the trade history? I posted up a TikTok video just showing my P&L real quick. Let me go ahead and go back to my my TikTok here. So you wanted like trade history? Okay, I got you, bro. So there's my P&L. This was a couple of days ago, or about a day ago. I was up 35% for the day, up 96% for the last 30 days. There's you go. There's my trading history. And you know, we had a bad weekend, so I took a little bit of a hit on the 7-day P&L, but I was able to make some of that back, you know, over the last few days here. All right, D2 Miami, do you want to look at XCN or XYO? And I gotta get going, guys. I was just trying to look for a trade setup. I got into the trade right there, and I'll look at XCN because D2 Miami, I see you in the chat almost all the time, every live stream. And Jack, I'm in an Ethereum long actually right now. My Ethereum long, I'm up 97% with 20x leverage. Okay. I've already took profits on that trade, but I'm still in it. Ethereum, I'm targeting, what am I targeting? I'm targeting $3,600. I'm trying to be in this for a while here, okay? But when I feel like this relief rally's over, I'm gonna, you know, sell this Ethereum long and close it out. But I think Ethereum get up to $3,600, maybe later on this month or next month. All right, yeah, let's take a look at we'll take a look at XCN for D2 Miami. And then that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the last one for today. If you guys want to continue talking to me about trading and investing here when I'm not live, you can find me on the Meet Damien Discord. There is a Meet Damien Discord where I post up when I go live, and we share our trade setups here, and we also share, yeah, basically people have been talking about their trades all day long today here, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, talking about the markets here, and I can look at your trade setups. Like if you have an actual trade setup you want me to look at, like, you can put it in, are we going to go short this? Are we going to short Dash is what Cameron was asking. He was asking about that this morning. And we can analyze your trade setups here, okay? And then of course, if you guys like to brag, I do have a page here where you can show your gains. And we got Cameron here up 75x leverage long, up 160% on render. There's me on a 40x short on Bitcoin. I shorted Bitcoin yesterday at 97,800. I took profit at 96,200. So, there you go. Making some money, right? Cameron again with his 1,000% percentage gain on XMR. So yeah, we got some pretty good traders here on the trading group, and it's free to join. And for you TikTok guys, all you gotta do is just go into my bio and click on that link, the Discord link right there. If you're having trouble with it, you can just message me, and I will be able to send you another link to join the Discord. And for my YouTube guys, the link should be in the description to the video that you're watching. But you can also find me on the Meet Damien YouTube channel. You can find the link to join the Discord is in the description to the channel. It's right there. Okay, just click on that and you'll come join us on the Discord. All right, now we'll take a look at Onyx coin, and then that's it. I'm done for today. You guys gonna have to either talk to me in the Discord, or you have to come back tomorrow and ask for these coins and stocks again. Okay. All right, so we got the Onyx coin trading at just gonna say 8.59, down 4%. I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame here on Onyx coin, and we got the value area high and the point of control above us. Point of control at 904. That's where I would expect some resistance, and you should be taking some profit on your day trades. And then value area high is going to be about 943. I would take the rest of the profit at 943 and call it a day. All right. I wouldn't be looking for shorts right now because you're near support. You got the value area low right below you at 849. And then you got, if we do come down lower, there is another high volume node here at 800. So 800 should hold for at the very least it should hold. But then also value area low at 849. Yeah, you're not too far off on the value area low. I'd be looking for longs here. And if you are going to try to do this as a day trade, let's see. I would just buy here. Put the stop loss below the lows for today. And I'm looking for take profit at the value area high. The risk reward ratio is not the greatest. It's not like Pudgy Penguins. This one's at 1.98. Pudgy Penguins is a 10. So you'll be dating a 2 here. You wouldn't be dating a 9 or a 10. You'll be dating a 2 if you're going to try to date this one tonight. You might want to go to Pudgy Penguins. I think she's a little bit hotter than Onyx right now. And then of course, why would you want to date someone named Onyx? That's a weird name. But if you're going to be in it for like a swing trade, maybe you could try targeting what we did here back in about a week ago, where we got up to like a penny. And you could take this to the value area high sitting at about a penny, and that's about a 4.62 trade. That's worth getting into. So I think Onyx is a better swing trade than it is a day trade. But I just gave you the targets there if you wanted to day trade this one. It's not the best day trade, but you could just take it down to like right over here at 900. What did we say? I forgot what we said here. Probably like the candlewick high here. Yeah, and it's like a 2. A risk reward ratio of 2. So that's what I would do with Onyx. I would just try to maybe do like a 10x leverage long, take it to like 939 and take profit on that. All right. And then what you could do is you could actually turn it into a swing trade where you can take profit, a little bit of profit, and then try to see if you can wait to see if this thing goes up to a penny. And is it penny? Oh, no, it's like 0.001 pennies. But if you could wait a little bit longer, you can take some more profit when it gets up to this value area high. Yeah, it's about a penny. Yeah. And you'll be up about 20%. With 10x leverage, that's about 200%. And if you want to do just 5x leverage, that's 100% gain. Alrighty. Hopefully I was able to get you on that. You got in at 0.005. Congratulations, D2 Miami. That's a pretty good trade. I would stay in that one. Yeah, until you get up to a penny, and then you basically double your money. Are you in a leverage trade on Onyx coin? Because that'd be pretty awesome if you got a little bit of leverage on that too. No leverage? Alright, that's fine. You know, hey, that's if you get up to a penny, you're gonna double your money. Let's see. Let's see. You actually came down over here. You got in at a penny or something like that. And if you take it up to, you know, 1 penny, that's 118% gain roughly or something like that. With no leverage. You had a risk reward ratio of 13. That's good. That's a good trade, bro. Congratulations on that one. Yeah, D2 Miami, you gotta show up in the Discord. I'd like to see you come onto the Discord if you can, alright? But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today's live stream. I got into Pudgy Penguins for a day trade long, 10x long. I'm up 1.3% with $200 of margin. I'm up $2.80. That's enough to cover trading fees. So it's not really doing much right now, but I think Pudgy Penguins is the trade of the night. See if we can get this thing up to 0.013 pennies. If not, we'll get stopped out at 0.01185 pennies, and the stop loss. I'm trying to click on it, right? But, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to figure out how much of a percentage loss is it if I get stopped out here. If I get stopped out on the stop loss for Pudgy Penguins, I'll lose 16% and I'll lose 34 bucks on the trade. Yeah. But I'm pretty confident that this one is done going down and it's ready to go up and make me some money on a long here. Alright? Because we looked at it and Pudgy Penguins had a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. If it just gets back up to where it was yesterday, that's all we're asking for. Can you just go back to where you were yesterday and it'll make us a good amount of money. It'll make us like 9%, which with 10x leverage is 90% gain, and 90% gain on a $200 margin, that's pretty damn good. Alright. So yeah, guys, that's it. If you want to join WEEX Exchange, if you're looking for another cryptocurrency to start trading and you don't want to do KYC and you don't want to use a VPN, then I suggest you check out WEEX Exchange here, where they got some promotions here where you put some money on the exchange and you'll get some free money to trade with. You know, if you put like $3,000 on the exchange, hold it for 3 days, you'll get a $2,000 airdrop where they'll give you basically like basically $100 of margin with 20x leverage, and you can either long or short, and you get basically a free trade if you join WEEX Exchange here. So that link to join, once again, is on TikTok here. That's the link to click in my bio to join WEEX. Make sure you got that VIP code XVDP, okay? And my YouTube guys, you know, the link is also in the description to the channel here. You got that link right there to join WEEX Exchange, okay? So come join us and make some money and learn a little bit more about trading and investing when you come on to the Meet Damien channel here. And if you guys want to watch the replays, if you missed the previous you know, price action analysis here, my TikTok guys, if you come onto YouTube, you can click that subscribe button on the Meet Damien channel, and you can actually watch the replays of the live streams here. where I went live today, obviously, and I went live yesterday and the day before and the day before that. So yeah, you can watch the replays here on the Meet Damien YouTube channel here. If you feel like you missed out or you weren't able to, check out the live stream when I was live. All right, guys, that's it for today. I see Nicole's in the chat here. Andrea says long XRP, short dash. Yeah, I would look to try to short dash when it gets back up to like 86, 87 bucks here. XRP doesn't seem like a bad idea to long. From last time I looked at it, anywhere between 205 to 207 could be a good area to long. And Nicole says, you wish you had a strategy. How much is it monthly? So I don't charge for the Discord. The Discord is free to join. You can join. The link to join is right here. If not, I can message you on TikTok and give you the link to join Discord, and you'll be able to talk to me here on the Discord if you do that, Nicole. And we got a new person that showed up here. I'm gonna wave hi to him. Okay. And yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by how much is it monthly. WEEX doesn't charge any monthly. If you're trying to go on the cryptocurrency exchange, they don't charge you unless you start trading with them. Okay. So you don't have to worry about any monthly fees with WEEX. Okay. But if you just put money on the exchange and just leave it there, you'll get a free trade. Because they are looking to get some more people on their exchange trading with them. That's like a very generous offer, if you ask me. They're also doing another offer where if you just leave $100 on the exchange, you'll get like $50 back of USDT tether. I think you'll automatically get $30, and if you do some trading, you'll get another $20 on WEEX exchange here. So I suggest WEEX is good for a lot of beginners here to start trading with, because they got some generous bonuses here. All you need is an email to get started. You don't need a VPN, and you don't need to do KYC unless you want to do KYC, and then you can let them know if you want to tell them your information there. All right, so that's it. Do I charge membership? I post my trades on Discord, yeah, and I don't charge membership. But if you want to do a membership, I have a membership here on TikTok. So if you want to support me on TikTok here, you can join the Meet Damien fan club on TikTok. Okay, that's one way to support me, and then you can also just give me a gift here on the live stream. That's one way to support me as well. If you want to do that. Okay. But yeah, guys, check out my videos here on TikTok. I do got some really good educational videos here pinned to the top. One video here talking about how to read the charts here. Another one about the VRVP indicator, and another one about the Fibonacci indicator. Okay, so go ahead and check out those videos, and then every now and then you'll see me post up some cryptocurrencies and some stocks to look at. All right, so yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow, same time, guys. Take care.